Alrighty, so we discussed the union. We discussed the racial issues that has been going on happening in the industry amongst favorite stuff. So now, since we are concluding, since we're almost at the end of this, so I'll just quickly talk about my writing process if that can help anybody out there. Unless
Hmm.
if you don't, yeah, if you don't mind, Belle.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so for me personally, so I'm not the expert at this. So what I usually start with, it's I write a basic synopsis of what the story is gonna entail, and then I write the characters, their personalities, their quirks, not like My Hero Academia, but like just specific, their likes, what they don't like, and all that stuff. And then figuring out the locations. And then when it comes to writing the dialogue, I just kind of sit and wing it. Um,
Hmm.
and the dialogue just kind of flows naturally because as the characters, I want to imagine myself as I'm a character in this specific scenario or situation. I imagine that I was the character. Because some of them are, I mean, it's true that a lot of, like, I guess, writers and storytellers kind of do base some of the characters off of themselves by like some one personality trait that they have. So I kind of, it just sort of flows naturally when you write characters that are kind of semi based off yourself, but they are their own unique. They have their own charms. They have their own like personalities and whatnot. So
Hmm.
it's making them distinct. You don't want to fall like into the what is it? What do they do in anime? Where like the main protagonist just wants to be a Hokage, or like they want to be
Oh, the
uh
shonen
the shonen
protagonist
protect.
sort of
Yeah,
mentality
like
where the main character's literal goal is to be the whole like the king or the ruler or like the coolest person in the world. That
I'm
that
gonna be
vague
I'm gonna be
that
king of the pirates.
king of the pirates, Hokage, or like honestly,
The next Super Saiyan.
it really is just that single-minded goal mentality of the main character, which in real life that's not bad having that kind of goal in life, but you know, actually, is it really that bad of an idea when it comes to writing?
Well, I mean, if you have like a motivation or for a character, like say if they want to do like if they want to solve a mystery, or like if they want um like the simple the desires are, if the motivations and their wants, the better that it'll be, the easier it can be to actually write for them. But if they want,
Ah,
but if it's more complicated, then you're just gonna sit there and just be stuck. Also,
mhm.
I know we've said this before, but take breaks. And that goes for
Yes.
like anything that you do. For voiceover, if you're in a stump, um, look. Okay, what kind of helps me? It's is to reaccess like what are your goals? What are you really focusing on? And write it, and also like I cannot stress this enough, write your goals, write it down on a paper, make a to-do list, because it's gonna be easier for you to actually get done what you have to get done. And that's the same with writing. If you're in like a writer's block, stop. Seriously. Don't continue. You're definitely gonna like you're gonna burn yourself out, seriously.
Oh,
Um,
I've been
yeah,
there. Can
and
I
you're
can I
just
just say the
sure,
one
go
thing
ahead.
I learned the most in Stephanie Shea's class for ADR Writing 101 for NYAV Post is that we underestimate the power of just taking a break for an entire day because okay, so in the class, we're given 3 weeks of homework. And so for the last class, I actually did the one thing I had not been doing my entire time in the class. And that was just like taking breaks each day. Like the results spoke for themselves. Like one day I was writing what I thought was good, then I slept on it. And then the next day when I was revisiting it, I was like, wait, something's not right here. Or wait, is there a way I can rewrite this where it sounds more natural? And then it's like, or wait, I'm picking up something I did not pick up the first time I saw this the other day. And so it's like it's okay not to do everything all in one day because sometimes, and this is something that follows me in my artwork too, you might never see a flaw in what you're doing at the moment until you look back the next day and then you realize how much you messed up.
I know
Ugh.
you say that one silly or one dumb thing during class, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, why did I say it? Oh my
Yes,
god,
because
I
it
think I made a
follows
bad
you
first
long term.
impression.
It's like
Oh god.
small term, like short term gain, long term ramifications.
Yikes. So yeah,
Oh,
definitely like um if you're feeling frustrated or if you're stuck on something, just I don't know, go outside. I know you kind of heard this a lot before, but seriously, going
yeah,
outside just to clear your
please.
mind can totally help. Um, I mean, it can kind of help if you're kind of going through like in a bit of a funk. Like it really does help a lot.
It does,
Also
yeah.
exercising. I know it's
Mm-hmm.
also much easier said than done because we're all really busy with stuff, but like 10, 15, 20 minutes, that's just really all it. I mean, like if you start working out for like you can start small, but then work your way up. But trust me, you're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, man, I've been sleeping on this, man. So you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's like I routinely try to get some some cardio in every day. So it's like
yeah.
I
I
don't want to
gotta
just
build some cardio for my little workout room.
because I do
Have
not want
like a
to
little
be
mini
cooped
gym.
up. I do not want to be on my bed the entire time. Like cuz that's not good for me. That's really
It's
not
really
good.
not good, especially not in the dark. Don't do it in the dark.
Ugh,
No.
yeah, oh my god. Like you need to get some energy in you. And like even if you're not going outside for a run, as long as you're just, getting some workouts in cuz that's something my dad does too where like he does some exercising in the house when he's not playing soccer outside. So, it's like, you know, that's okay. Keep yourself busy. Like just
Yeah.
and how it ties into your creative process is it helps invigorate your mind when you're not, using all like you're not using your brain entirely.
Of
So,
course.
like
Yeah.
today, where it's like I'm stammering all over the friggin' place, and I'm just like, oh my god, I am not. I was literally outside the entire day before this interview, so bear in mind, a lot of my mind is not where it should be. So,
It's all good. It's all good. Um And also, like, it also kind of depends on the weather because the weather kind of matches, it can match the mood, whichever mood you're in. Like, if it's overcast, then, you might be feeling a bit, but if it's sunny, but I mean, I'm
ugh.
just saying this because it's like, I don't know if it's the same for like everyone, but like, whenever it's sunny and stuff, that's where I'm like, okay, that's where I have the most amount of energy. Um,
Yeah.
except I don't go outside during the summer very often because it'd be hot
Oh,
and also
hell no.
pollen.
Hell
Yes,
no. Like,
dust.
over here in Texas especially, hot summers are a
It can feel
death
like you're walking
sentence.
into an oven or something.
Yeah, like, sometimes I'm afraid I was actually afraid this year that my skin would start boiling, that's how
Oh,
hot it was.
sunburn. Oh God. Yeah.
Jesus
Um,
Christ, like, I could actually
yeah.
feel myself cooking outside lately, like,
Dude, like,
ugh.
I went a few years ago to Texas. I went to Houston and we went during a heat wave and like the heat waves in Texas, I've I've learned the hard way is that the heat waves down in Texas are a lot worse than the heat waves we get here in California.
Yeah.
Texas and Florida, rather.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, oh my god, so, last week, I went to a family wedding in Florida, and for some reason, it was way hotter there than it was down here in Texas.
And also I've heard that up in Canada, like Toronto, Vancouver, they could get very humid during the summertime.
Oh my god. I've heard, yeah, because like, some friends of mine, like, were telling me
Yeah.
some messed up
But
things going on.
California is no slouch though. Like specifically if you're like in LA, OC, Southern California, I need I don't know if NorCal is worse than SoCal, but yeah, it's like SoCal is no slouch. Seriously. They don't play.
Nature is
Oh
not
man.
our friend.
Mother Nate, yeah, it's like climate change is changing and whatnot. So I'm
I
like,
mean,
oh
if we're gonna
god,
say it how it is, yeah, climate change is definitely giving us a warning right now.
I know. So I know we were talking about like social media, and I took like a Twitter break before the interview,
Mhm.
and so I wanted to ask you, so what are the pros and cons of having a social media presence and using it for
Um,
marketing, business,
mm,
yeah, to getting into the social media stuff because that's always
okay.
fun.
Okay. Well, let's start a little small and say
Yeah,
a social media presence on Twitter at the very least.
yeah,
So with a Twitter, the benefit is that you do have instant access to contacting a lot of people. Like, cause like, okay, yeah, it's like it's an easy way of contacting people and like keeping updated, not only for your people, but also for anyone you actually want to connect with. Like, you will instantly know what that person's doing at a given point in time. And it also helps that with Twitter, depending on the job you're working, voiceover, you have access to a lot of people who publicly post their casting calls. And with a lot of us, most of our work is publicly distributed casting calls. And I guess with Twitter, just like any other form of social media, being able to privately contact multiple people at once is a good thing. And it has recently been updating a lot lately. Like, for example, the group stuff, like videos, we can have videos on Twitter, we can have group chats on Twitter, we can actually isolate certain group chats in Twitter. So I haven't really delved into all the nitty gritty of Twitter. I just kind of keep it basic as far as I'm concerned. Oh, but when you're shilling your stuff, yeah, Twitter is one of the
okay,
best
yeah, yeah, yeah.
places.
You gotta
Yeah,
like you gotta
that right
sell
there,
yourself out
that is
somehow.
immediately one of the best places to go when it comes to shilling your stuff, because you can post your demos and your artwork and whatever it is you're making, and if you want them to contact you via your website, it's always pinned up on your profile. So that right there, that's the greatest advantage when it comes to Twitter. Downside though, it's a dangerous place, because dangerous in the sense of both the opinions, the people whom you might run into. Okay, well, especially the people you might run into, because you never know if there's someone really creepy out there who's trying to enter your DMs and you don't want to give them permission and they're continuously
Yeah.
stalking you.
Yeah, and
And
we
there's also the
certainly
fact
don't wanna
that
go
public
there.
opinion on Twitter kind
Yeah.
of leads to a lot of people trying to act like the anti-hero, like having their Joker moments. Because I've had very unlikable conversations with certain people who've straight up acted like, oh, well, you're really cool because you don't snap at people. So I get to dump all my dirty baggage on you and just like say some terrible things. Like, it's like I can say
Don't do
terrible things
that.
about your friends on in the industry or and all that jazz. But I think the thing that just like bothers me the most is like if someone doesn't like you and they just like post screenshots of your tweets, that in of itself it's its own dirty situation. Like, because I mean, it could be your best weapon or it could end up working against you depending on the person, but it's a situational sort of negative.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my God. Trying to remember something else. Okay. I thought I had it, but okay. Actually, let me say one more thing. Okay, one other thing. If someone doesn't want to talk to you on Twitter, for the love of God, don't try to reach out to them on other socials. Because I remember a guy who straight up, like, he was saying some really fucked up things. Like, for example, he was saying, like, how, you voice actors, you rely on us, the fans, to get your living. Like, so it should be okay that we just want to be your friends. It's like, whoa,
That is
What?
not how it works, my
It
guy.
really was not. And bear in mind, the person that he idolized the most was like the biggest name when it comes to parasocial relationships in voiceover. So it was like, oh my God, stop coddling people who are trying to pine for attention like this. It's not healthy. Like, because you make us seem like we're the assholes because we don't want this kind of toxic relationship and we don't want to feel like we're being held hostage by our fan base. It's oh my God. And then he had the nerve to reach out to me on my Facebook, which I don't share to anyone. And it's like, hey, you blocked me on Twitter. Like if I said something wrong, you can just tell me, like, I know you're better than this. Like, this is very unprofessional. I think the biggest mortal enemy when it comes to Twitter is the entitlement everyone has on there.
And this is why, like, if I ever had an option, like, I know that social media, particularly Twitter, can be good for business stuff, but like, oh boy, let's just be real here. Twitter is just kind of burning itself to the ground, even
It
as we speak. It
is.
is, especially this year. So, yeah, let's just, I'm just gonna leave it at that and just say, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, one more thing. This is the last thing, but it's not the worst thing in the world, but I wish more people were very cognizant when they post certain things. So, um, when you post saying that you're asking for help and you offer a form of contacting people, like say an email, and you have people posting replies to your tweet, even though you said contact this email, they still they reply to you or try to DM you. Like, the instruction was to send to the email. Like, oh my God. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world that happens. It's just oh my God. I, you know, a problem in the voiceover community that just really grinds my gears that I've seen is a problem everywhere online is that a lot of people don't know how to actually read. And I'm not saying that in the sense of illiteracy. I'm saying that in the sense of laziness. Oh man, because I recently posted a call saying, okay, one of my best friends, she's looking for an artist, or well, multiple artists. And so please send your portfolios and your rates to this email. I had like 6 people, most of them girls, by the way, DMing me saying, like, you want to see my artwork? It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. This really is a worse problem for entertainment in general. It's like I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Then again, to be fair, I'm one to talk because I actually met my best friend through failing to follow instructions on a casting call for her project. So it's like, so this is what
I
she.
don't, you
This is what
stand on
she.
your soapbox, but then you actually have done the one
Yeah, it's
mistake that you
like,
condemn
well,
other people over. So it's like,
my end result feeling was like, so this is what she felt like when I did that. Oh my goodness, it's just
so
terrible.
yeah. So since we have like, I don't know, 20-ish or so minutes left, would you like to just share like anything that you're working on right now? Like if we're expecting like any art, VO, writing, anything you do, just now's the
Hmm.
time to just promote and
Okay,
just,
so this is the shilling period of the
yeah,
interview.
without breaking those NDAs.
No, don't
Of
worry.
course.
I can finally announce some stuff. So might as
Cool,
well just
cool,
shill the
cool.
stuff that's already out. So this year alone, in terms of the anime I got to work on, you can listen to me. You can listen to me in Broken Beat Fourthbringer as the Manifester. You can also hear me as Toya Kanzaki from Black Summoner, which is a really cool show, by the way. Excellent production for an English dub. Go check it out. It was so much fun. That was my first it was my first in-studio gig since 2019. Like, imagine, like, so this is what it's like being most anime voice actors, having to wait several years for your job to find you. Oh, I feel like I just threw some shade without even thinking about it. I'm sorry.
Boy, it's all good. It's all
Okay, but
totally
it's
good.
like so many talented people, and they do not get enough opportunities to shine. But anyway, back to being the shilling whore that I am. So, okay. So, this one I can actually plug proper. So, I voiced the character Winter Perkins in Lord El Malloy II's Case File Rail Zeppelin Grace Notes special, which is it's already streaming on Crunchyroll. But if you want a Blu-ray release, stay tuned for November 15th when the sales come out. I hope they give me a physical copy. I pray they give me a physical copy in the mail. Oh man, I want a physical copy of an anime I've been in. Mm. Well, let's see. In terms of other projects I can chill. Well, I mean, if we're being real here, I think the sweetest thing that happened with me recently was learning that some of my friends have actually started watching My Hero Academia because I voiced the character ending in season 5, which was like, oh my god, that was the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. I'm the reason someone out there is watching the show. And like that was like I only appear for one episode, but knowing that I got to play a character who canonically exists, he was in the manga. So yes, he is a canon character.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
putting that out there. But I love ending. I love him so much. And here's a funny story when it comes to Sengoku from Horimiya. So my mom's boss's niece is a huge fan of the series. Like she was a fan of the manga before the anime came out. And so she was the first person I actually got to sign my first autograph to. It's crazy. It's crazy how much life just kind of sends you for a swirl. So I really appreciate knowing that the world really is smaller than we really expect it to be. So I just hope before this year ends that I book something else really big because this year has been this year has been good. It's just that the the back end the back end we're heading towards right now has been very dry. Oh my god. I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one experiencing it lately, but it's like I don't like knowing that nothing is happening for me. Well, yeah. Oh, okay. So not just okay. So I can shill not just anime, right?
Yeah, you could just chill like anything, just art, writing, other voiceover projects outside of anime. Yep,
Oh my god, I can't
anything's
believe
fair
I did.
game.
I can't believe I didn't even do this. Okay, so I make voiceover banners, everybody. So
Oh my god, yes.
I
How
cannot
could you not?
believe I didn't even think about this. I like this is one of my bread and butter. To be fair, I guess it's because I haven't been doing them in a long while. That's why
Yeah,
it wasn't in my
that's
mind.
fair.
Because
Yeah.
I, as much as I love making banners, oh my god, the difficulty in that market is either people saying, "Oh, I wish I could hire you for a banner, but I have to wait for it because I don't have the money yet," or "I'm waiting for some roles to be announced," and it's like, "God damn it, I understand, but damn it, like it makes my job harder too." Because that's usually where my bread and butter comes in. But Jesus Christ. If you're interested in a voiceover banner, or you know what, if you're just interested in the banner in general, I am happy to do whatever I want. Like, I'm happy to do whatever I can. And, if you're interested in commissioning me for doing any artwork for you, like say drawing one of your original characters or something like that, I'd be happy to do that because I recently started aiming to do some commissions for that. A friend of mine commissioned me recently to draw one of his original characters. Oh, that was so much fun. Like I had so much fun over the weekend doing that one. So, if you're interested, my door is always open. If you're interested in hiring me for a voice, please do. This next week is my birthday. I would really like some work.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much. Good sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve all the love and just everything in the world.
You're too lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me see here. So you do. I know that you haven't been writing stuff in a while. I mean, you do demo reels and all that stuff, but like for art, I've heard that you've opened up commissions recently.
Yes. Like recently, I've started opening up commissions, and the most recent one I did was over the weekend.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I might hit you up pretty soon. So,
Here's hoping. Like I also like just doing fan art of some of my friends' characters. Like whenever
of
they voice
course,
like a really cool character, like I actually got to draw one of Jazzy's favorite roles. This shark girl
they
named Shaza.
inanimate insanity. I think they just booked recently. Yeah, congrats, Jazzy.
Oh yeah, Jazzy, congrats on that role. Oh my god, I'm
I
so proud
know
of you,
it's
hon.
so great.
Oh man, but yeah, I think I'm done shilling myself. Like
Sure. Um,
personally,
yeah,
I just like shilling other people more often than myself because it's
yeah,
like when it comes to shilling for yourself, it's like you do it when you need the boost up mentally. Like I don't really do it just to like gain favor. I just do it because it's like, you know what? I take pride in knowing that I got to where I am now. So it's just to remind me I'm not slacking off.
yeah. Or to stroke your ego. I'm just saying. I'm kidding.
Honestly, yeah, like sometimes you do need to like indulge in your own ego.
Oh yeah, I bet everybody has one. I mean, I've certainly got one.
It's like
I'm
it's
just
like as long as you're not breaking someone else down, that's all that matters.
exactly. So yeah, what are some fun facts or like anything that not a lot of people know about you that you want to share?
Well, I was born in Zimbabwe. I've been living in Texas for most of my life at this point.
Sweet. Mm.
I've gotten to work with so many people around the world. It's kind of crazy when I think about it. And let's see. I love to do monster vocals.
Holy crap.
By
Whoa,
the way,
that caught me off guard.
I do not have a vocal filter, so that was just me naturally doing that with my throat.
Oh yeah, the Dr. Claw stuff. Yeah, I get you.
Yes, but my voice isn't naturally that deep. So I kind of have to deal with whatever I can. Oh my
This
goodness.
kind
I
of
love
reminds me of like it kind of sounds like Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
get you,
god,
Goku.
yes. I love it. Ugh, I love his voice. Or like Ryuk from Death Note.
Oh yeah, I think The Simpsons did like a Death
They
Note
did,
parody.
yeah. I love what they did with Death Note. They called it the Death Tome, but like, yo, I like their spin on the Death Note too.
Mhm. And there's also this one movie called The Wishmaster, which I know that some people might have heard of, but there's a villain named the Jinn, and that is actually what I was also thinking about. And if it's any
Mm.
consolation, that hurt like hell. Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow, you know what is with all these stories about like magical beings that all sound like this?
I don't know. I know Green Goblin is kind of like, I'm the even empire. Now I'm gonna get you, Spider-Man.
Yes, he sounds a bit higher up there.
I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know why that raspy, this kind of like vocal, this
I mean,
whatever.
I'm not opposed to it. Like, I'm not
I mean,
a
it's just fine. I know it's just kind of like, I mean, I don't recommend doing this just to warm up or anything, but like, it's
no,
just
no,
kind
no,
of
no,
fun to
no, no,
just
no,
slip into it
no. Like, if you
sometimes.
want to warm up people, do some singing scales and stuff like that, and
Singing kind of helps. Yeah.
singing and tongue twisters. They always help.
I was gonna ask like warm ups, but thank you for answering that question.
Hey, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I
Yeah.
could answer that without you having to ask for it.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. Do you have like any last bit of advice or like anything? Well, I mean, if people want to listen to your vocal range, you could just listen to the demo reels and stuff like that. So I don't
I
even have
know,
to
right?
ask
So
you for that.
I'm not
So
gonna.
yeah,
I think
just
I'm done with shilling for a while. So,
yeah. So
but
anyways,
if I were to add
yeah.
some
I'm
advice,
sorry.
if I were to
No,
give
what were we
any
gonna
advice,
say? Because I was gonna ask, what's the last piece of advice that you have before we sign out of here to like aspiring creatives, who want to give this a shot, want to pursue the same path as you're pursuing, or I'm pursuing.
gotcha. Okay, so I'd say just keep doing what you're doing. Like, do your due diligence. Just look into other voice actors and their equipment and their websites. Study other voice actors. Not try to emulate them, but study what they have, what they do, how they do certain things. If they've beaten you in an audition, study how, like, what they did that ultimately got them the booked role. Although in that case, most times it's really just the director wanted a certain specific voice in mind. And even if you have a good performance, you might not have the voice they want. But on that note, if you have a very distinct voice, just know you always have a place in the industry. Like, don't worry. Like, voice actors who have really distinct voices, they can find work. There is work for voice actors who don't sound like the conventional type of people, because I don't really sound like the conventional type of person. I kind of had to train myself into using that kind of dialect. But overall, if your voice is very unique, learn what it can be properly used for, because ultimately just have fun. Just have fun doing it, because just have fun doing it. And if you're not having fun and it's really weighing down on you mentally, because I'm so glad I'm an artist, because if I was just a voice actor, I would have gone insane a long time ago. So have other occupations, ideas, objectives, professions, like, be able to be very multifaceted on your own end. It's okay to not make voiceover the sole focus of your entire existence. Like, it's something that kind of, it took a while for me to break out of, because I'm very work centric. But yeah, it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to separate yourself from what you love doing so that you can continue to love doing it. It sucks that I haven't been booking as much as I want, but hey, it means I can focus on other ventures. And it's not like I'm not getting auditions. It's just that I might have to, step my game up, like, just continue learning new things. Cause this year was the biggest jump for me when it came to like getting more coaching and stuff. Because last year, oh my God, the education section of my resume was pretty pathetic, to say the least. But now I feel I feel like I can actually tout the people who I've learned from. Like, I feel like I want to be in projects with the people that have taught me. So always keep learning. I should have had only one tidbit. Like, I came up with a book full of them.
I mean, it's totally fine. Like, the more we're learning, the better. And I totally agree. So, TLDR, self care, take classes, and have fun. That's my takeaway of all of this. So, yeah, your social media, because I don't think you've shared your socials yet, because I might
Oh
stalk you.
yeah, that's right. Okay, so to make it short, at Bel Rusape VO on Twitter, and my website, belsheberrusapejr.com. I had to say it a little slower because one common problem I see people doing here and there when it comes to my name is putting an A in there in my first name, even though there's only E's. It's a problem I've had to grow up with, but I mean, hey, I deal. I can deal. That's BELSHEBERRUSAPE Jr. There you go.
Cool, 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 cool. And would you like to do like an outro for the podcast?
What would you like me to say?
You could say, "Hi, my name is voice actor. I am a da 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 da." You might have heard me on blah blah blah, and this is or you're watching her, and this has been the Station Square podcast. Whichever way you want to do it. If you have your own, you want to add your
Station
own
Square
spin to it,
podcast.
go ahead.
Okay. This is Belsheber Rusape Jr., the voice of Freckle from Lackadaisy, Kakeru Sengoku from Horimiya, Ending from My Hero Academia, and Toya Kanzaki from Black Summoner, and you're listening to the Station Square podcast.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah, so real quick, since we're kind of running short on time, tell us about your experience upon being entering into the My Hero Academia universe, and just what would you like to see it moving forward in the future? And if you also would like to say where do you see everything moving forward, that would also be nice.
Okay, well, when it came to My Hero, I was always watching the show like when it first came out. There was like a season or two where I kind of skipped because like I wasn't really vibing with it, but overall I am pretty caught up. Like I did pay attention to the manga like cliff notes here and there to stay caught up, but I kind of fell off a little bit here and there with My Hero, but it was through getting to work on the anime with at first I started off with some Walla with Colleen. Now keep in mind this was when recording remotely was like at its peak. So it was so much fun getting to work with Colleen the first time around. Then she gave me auditions. I didn't book any of the characters who I was auditioning for, but I heard the actors who did get cast, and I was like, okay, this is so cool. And then, oh man, this is the funny part. So I got an email from Funimation when I was visiting my younger brother at like a college camp in Pennsylvania. Like we were visiting the Hershey's, the town of Hershey. And so I got an email when we were in the hotel saying I was booked for Ending. And it was just wow. I I cannot I cannot believe we you never know what you end up booking when you're out of town. But
Yeah,
yeah, like I love the My Hero universe. Like it's so much fun. Like it was so much fun getting to work on it. And everyone working on the show is so amazing and so sweet.
yeah. Maybe next time we'll discuss about more anime and just, indulge into video games and just, all that good stuff. Because, I do always love bringing back returning guests. So if anybody wants to see Bell back, just let me know. And comments, objections, whatever. But thank you so much, Bell. This has been such a huge. I'm just so glad that we made this happen. I'm just so
Yeah,
glad that
I
it
am
worked out.
so freaking sorry. I feel like I have just been continuously pushing this off for so long, and I'm so glad we finally did this.
I know. So, do you have any last words or anything just to close us out with? Just any last.
Hmm. Stay cool and stay awesome, everybody. Just keep doing you as long as you're not hurting anyone.
Yeah, that's totally. Or just take lessons from like My Hero. Just be a hero and
Go beyond
go
plus
beyond. Plus
ultra.
ultra. And this is to go even further beyond. Okay,
Long show, but it's same vibe overall.
yeah. But anyways, on that note, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for more episodes coming along the way. I am Mr. RJ everywhere on social media. And until next time, stay safe, stay sane, stay care, and stay care. Yeah, I meant to say take care. And plus ultra. Woo! Bye.
Yeah. Stay safe, everybody.
Good night, everybody.